So I think if he's going to get up there and say how everything is great, the economy's fine, and lie to the American people, it's going to really upset a lot of Americans across the country.
We're here at Media Row ahead of the State of the Union speech, where we're talking to your congressmen about what they would like to hear and what they wish they could hear from President Joe Biden's speech tonight.
He's not going to mention the border because it's a disaster. He's not going to mention fentanyl because it's the #1 killer of people between the ages of 18 and 45. He's going to say that he's beat inflation, but that's not true.
I think he's going to try to convince the American people that everything is great. And I think that's an issue.
Probably some excuses, probably some sugarcoating over how bad the economy is. He'll probably cherry pick some numbers and try to convince the American people that things are going well when they know good and well it's not going well.
Try to paint our economy as rosy and that everything is great, like he's been saying all along, which is completely not the reality that the American people are facing.
To hear tonight from President Biden, unfortunately, is that he believes that we're on the right trajectory here in America, that he's set the right course. That's simply not the case. From our border security crisis to our economic crisis to our foreign affairs crisis, things that we've seen just in this last week, we know America is on the wrong course. I would like to hear from him an admission that that's the case and the fact that he's going to change that course. I simply just don't expect that, though.
Can people want to hear about their issues that they're struggling with at their kitchen table? They're not looking to hear adversity and blame. They just want to know, what are we doing to fix it? Give me some answers and give me some hope on how I don't have to take from my savings to pay my bills.
And I would argue that the president needs to address those things and tell the American people what he's going to do to make us more secure and more prosperous. We know that that's not going to be the case.
Now, I expect that he's going to zero in on the areas that we can and should work together. At least I'm hopeful for that.
We're going to hear a lot of hot air and we're going to hear a lot of talk about working together, but based on what we've seen over the last 2 years, this administration has no interest in working with the Republicans.
We have a lot of challenges to deal with as a country, and so I'm hopeful that he will talk to how we can work together on those challenges.
You can catch the State of the Union at washingtonexaminer.com and live on our YouTube page. I'm Amy Delora for Washington Examiner.